Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Umesh, and a little introduction about me. So basically, I've done my graduation from Hindu College, University of Delhi, and I've done my masters also from Delhi School of Economics, which is a part of University of Delhi itself. And currently, I'm pursuing my PhD in economics. So in this video, we'll be talking about the CW quota, which is given by the University of Delhi. So basically, it's been mandated by the central government, and DU is a part of it. So we'll talk about what this quota is and how it's been provided. Okay, uh, what percentage of the seats are reserved for this quota? We'll talk about all these things. So CW quota basically stands for reservation for children slash widows of personnel of the armed forces. So it is basically for the children or the widows of the people who have served or were serving in the armed forces. So this quota is specially designed for the people or the defense personals or the personals of the armed forces who have served the country and who have given the services for the country. So in respect of that, the government has given this quota or this benefit to the children and the widows of such personals. Okay, so it is basically for the defense background majorly for the defense background, and it also includes the police services or the central armed police forces. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. So what this quota is about, or for whom is the quota about? Let's talk more. So for whom is the quota? It's for the wards, widows of defense personnel killed slash injured or have received gallantry awards. Okay, and it also includes wards and wives of ex-servicemen and servicemen, like the person who have served or are currently serving the forces. They are also included. So there's a list of priority depending upon in what category a service or defense personnel falls. Based on that, the intensity of the quota is decided. So let's try to understand this in a more deep manner. So basically 5% of the seats, of the total seats, okay, in any course, okay, in any college, have been reserved for the armed forces, okay, or the quota. So this falls under the supernumerary quota. So I've made a video on this supernumerary quota already. You can watch the video and you can see what this supernumerary quota is. So basically, it's a quota that is above the normal sanction strength in a particular course. Okay, so if there are 100 seats in a course, this quota will be above this 100. So if it's 5% of the total seats, it means that the total seats will now be 105. So this 100 does not include the quota itself, the supernumerary quota or the CW quota, which is a part of the supernumerary quota. So there are other quotas also which are under the supernumerary quota. Your CW quota is also under the supernumerary quota. So 5% seats of these 100 seats. So this makes 100 plus 5 equals 105 seats. So each time a supernumerary quota gets added, these seats increase. So these seats increase above 100. So 100 is fixed, and beyond that, the supernumerary quota gets uh, awarded. Okay, so 5% of the seats are reserved for candidates under this category program wise in all the colleges, and who wants to take admission under this category must appear for CUET, right? So how do you prove that you have this quota? So all the candidates have to upload the educational concession certificate ECC issued by any of the following authorities of the on the proper letterhead. So the university or DU has given a format which is the educational concession certificate format. So you have to get this format attested, okay, by filling the details and attested from any of the following bodies. Okay, so it can be the secretary Kendriya Sainik Board Delhi, or the secretary Rajya Zilla Sainik Board, or the officer in charge record office, or the first class stipendiary magistrate, or Ministry of Home Affairs for police personnel in receipts of gallantry awards. So any of these offices can attest your educational concession certificate, which will act as a proof that you belong to this category, or for the students that that their parents belong to this category. Okay. So no other format shall be permissible. Proofs of the CW category in the form of ID card of parent or dependent, medical card, ration card, CSD card, etc. are not admissible. So whoever belong to the defense background, they know that they are issued these different type of cards. Okay, you have your dependent cards, you have your CSD canteen card, etc. So these proofs will not be applicable. Only of educational concessional certificate in the format that's been given. So I've given a picture of the format also. So this is the format. So this format is given in the CSAS brochure. Okay, you can take a print of the format from there. So this is the format. This is the educational concession certificate ECC format. So you have to get this form filled and get it attested from any of the following offices, right? So admission may be offered to the children slash widows of personnel of the armed forces, priority 1 to 9th, including paramilitary personnel, only priority 1 to 5 in the following order of preference. So this is the order of preference. Okay, this is the preference order, and we'll see. So basically, depending upon the priority or in which priority a defense personnel falls, he or she shall be given a preference in allocation of the seat. So supposingly there are two, let me change the color. No. Supposingly there are two students who have the same number of marks, say 100 and 100, okay, suppose. But one of the student falls in priority 1 and the other falls in priority, say 3. So this student will be given preference. Okay, now suppose this is the case for equal marks. Okay, now this suppose this student here, which belongs to priority 1, had 50 marks, while this student here had more marks, say 100 marks. Okay, so who would be preferred here? So whatever be the case, if a student belongs to a higher priority, no matter what his marks are, he will be given preference. So this student who has 50 marks and who belongs to priority 1 will be given preference over all the other students who belong to the lower priority, even if they have higher marks. I hope this is clear. So this is the list of priority. The higher your priority, the higher preference you get in the seat allocation, no matter what your marks are. Okay, so your fight will be within your own priority. Okay, so if two people belong to same priority, say priority 1, and one has 50 marks and the other has 70 marks, then this person will get preference and this person will come after this person. Okay, so in the case of intra priority, your marks will be considered. In the case of inter priority, your marks will not be considered, only your priority will be considered. Okay, I hope this is clear. So your armed forces basically includes your defense forces, which includes your army, air force and navy, so basically which are part of your defense ministry. And you have the police forces, so which is basically your central armed police forces, and the following are a part of it, which includes Assam Rifles, BSF, CISF, CRPF, ITBP, NSG and SSB. So all these forces, armed forces, are a part of your CW quota, and they can apply, or the words of these category can apply for the CW quota. Right. So let's see who all are included in different priorities. So priority 1 includes basically your widows slash wards of defense personnel killed in action. So action is basically a war-like situation where there is an active involvement of the forces. Okay. Priority 2 includes wards of defense. So this is where someone gets killed or a person gets killed. So he or she will be in the first priority. In priority 2, wards of defense personnel disabled in action and boarded out from service with disability attributable to military service. So somebody who gets injured in action, during action, while he's in the service, that person will fall under the second priority. In the third priority, we have wards slash widows. So this priority includes widows also. This also includes widows. Okay, this is for wards. So widows and wards of defense personnel who died while in service and death attributable to military services. So this is where this is this includes somebody who's killed during action, in a situation where some kind of war is going on or some other emergency is there. So this is the situation where there's a normal death, but the death happens during the service itself. Okay, while he's serving in the force. So that forms or that falls under the priority 3. Then we have priority 4. So wards of defense personnel disabled in service and boarded out with disability attributable to military services. So this is here when somebody dies, and this is here when someone is disabled. So these are the top 4 priorities. In the priority 5, we have wards of ex-servicemen and serving personnel, including, so this category includes your police forces also, who are in receipts of gallantry awards. So anyone serving or retired who has received these awards in the following sequence will be a part of priority 5. So if somebody receives Paramveer Chakra and somebody else receives Mahavir Chakra, then they both will fall under priority 5, but this person who has received Paramveer Chakra will get more preference compared to this person. Okay, so this is the preference within the category. Then we have priority 6, where we have wards of ex-servicemen. So all the ex-servicemen of the defense forces are included in this category. So their children will fall under this category. That is priority 6. Then we have priority 7, where we include wives of defense personnel disabled in action and boarded out of service, or the second one under this is defense personnel disabled in service and boarded out with disability attributable to military service. And then we have ex-servicemen and serving personnel who are in receipt of gallantry awards. Okay, so priority 7 is basically for the wives of the defense personnel. Okay, then we have priority 8, which is for the wards of serving personnel. So the people who are currently serving in the organization, they fall under priority 8. And in the priority 9, or the last priority, we have the wives of serving personnel. So serving personnel fall under the lowest priority in the CW quota. Okay, ex-servicemen fall on the higher row. So this was about your priorities. So this is, so what happens is, so there is a separate list published for CW category students. So they have a separate counseling parallel to the ongoing normal counseling. So they are a part of the normal counseling also, but they also have a special separate list produced amongst the CW category students. Okay, so this is an example. So now currently we have the CSAS portal on which everything happens. So nothing comes out in the public domain. So earlier we used to have open cutoffs released. Okay, when we had merit based admission. Okay, so this is an example where we have admission under the CW category. Okay, so this is how the list was released. So this is the roll number, this is the form number, this is the name of the student, this is the department name, his marks and his rank, his qualifying marks in the graduation. Okay, this is his subcategory, and this is his CW priority. So this person belongs to priority 1, and that is why he is on the first rank under the CW category. Okay, so this person in priority 3 uh, has more marks compared to this person in priority 1, but since the priority of this person is higher, therefore he is higher in the rank. So this is how the CW category works. I hope this is clear. So basically your 5% seats 5% seats are reserved, okay, over and above the normal seat allocated. So I'll give an example. So this is the seat distribution of different colleges for economics honors. Economics honors. Okay. So you can see, if I talk about Hindu college, so it has 28 seats for UR, 18 seats for OBC, 10 for SC, 5 for ST, 7 for EWS. So if I add all these seats, it's 28, 36, 46, 56, 61, 68. Total of 68 seats are there in economics, okay. And for CW category, for economics in Hindu college, we have 3 seats. So 68, 10% of 68 is 6.8 and 5% is 3.4. So if I round this off, it becomes 3 seats. Okay, that's how I get 3 seats. So CW category has 3 seats for economics in Hindu college. So this is how the CW quota works. So these 3 seats are over and above the normally allocated seats for economics in Hindu college. So I hope this is clear. I hope the entire idea of CW admission is clear, because I have come across a lot of people who are very confused about how CW category works, and I also belong to this category. So that is how I have this information about all these things. So, but earlier I used to be confused myself, so I thought I'll make a video so that nobody else has to face any issues. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you find it helpful, then please or do subscribe if you want to, and keep connected for more upcoming videos. So thank you. Let's meet soon. Take care.